Hey everybody, what's up and welcome back to my channel. Today we have a get ready with me. I know it has been a hot minute since we've done a get ready with me, but I figured since I had purchased all those new goodies from my Sephora and Ulta haul that we'd put them to good use in a get ready with me and just kind of put on makeup together. So we've got quite a lot of things to play with, some brand new products, some not. Like the Naked Reloaded is definitely not a new product, but I picked it up during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. Same thing with the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. And then we've got some new products like the Laneige Glowy Makeup Serum. I'm gonna play with that today. Gonna play with the Urban Decay Brow Blade that I also got during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty, the Nabla Skin Glazing, one of the Becca lipsticks. So we've got quite a bit to get through. We've got quite a bit to put on our face and kind of talk about. So if you're interested in seeing how these products worked for me mainly upon first impression, then just keep on watching. All right, y'all, I hope you're ready to play with some new makeup. So I've got my little basket here of goodies that I purchased. Everything in here is featured in my Sephora and Ulta haul in case you haven't seen that. So it's not necessarily a full face of makeup, but it's pretty darn close. So we're just gonna go ahead and start right into this. So the first thing I have is the Urban Decay Brow Blade. I have been so excited. I picked this up during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. Now, one thing it doesn't have is a spoolie on either side. So I'm just gonna grab mine, if I can get it, and I'm just gonna brush these up. So brows are my first step in my makeup routine, always. So let me zoom you in a little bit, and that way we are super close and personal. Okay, so brows are harder for me to do on camera because I gotta get like all up into the mirror. So we're gonna see how this works. It's got the little pen side, and then it's got the pencil side. That's what I'm gonna start with. It is a little bit on the thicker side, I think. So we'll see how this goes, y'all. I feel like I need to zoom you in a little closer even. I'm trying not to get you too close. Okay, there we go. So this is gonna be like so weird. So I apologize in advance. Wow. So just first impression, the pencil's really nice, the pencil side. Super nice, very pigmented, easy to draw my little outline. Now I don't know if that's because it's new and kind of still has a good little tip, it's not rounded over yet, but this is awesome. Drawing this in is so easy. I like that. Okay, so outline is done. I am actually quite impressed with how easy that was. Like no mess ups, no outs, like not out of the lines, but messy. Looks really good. So I think what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna kind of fill in the tail end, just because I don't think I'm gonna use the pen portion back here. I think it's more meant for the front side for those hair strokes. I don't know. But I am wanting a deeper look over here, and so that's what we're gonna do. Very nice. I am very impressed with this so far. I think this is like one of the, well, it's first impression, obviously. I haven't used it other than today, just now, but that's one of the easiest pencils I've ever used. So let's go ahead and go with this. This is the first time I've ever used like a pen on my brows to do those little hair strokes. We'll see how this turns out. This could be a total clown show, but I don't know. Let's try. If you're anything like me and you haven't, then I will be your guinea pig. Well, okay, it's like really easy to do. They're very light, so it's not like it's gonna be super easy to mess up. But trying to get it to where they look natural enough. Wow. Now I'm gonna have to figure out how to like blend this where I've made it extra dark. Okay, maybe you just come back here and who knows. Y'all, I like playing with makeup. I don't even pretend to be an expert at it. So playing with it is the fun. This is very easy to use, you guys. So easy. Like, it's pigmented, but it's forgiving. I don't know how else to describe it, but oh my gosh, I think I love it. Oh my gosh, y'all. This may be my new favorite brow product. This is insane. My brows look so incredible. I like it. I like it. And it was 12 bucks. It's super exciting. Does anybody else put their new products back in their little box? I know some of y'all do. Y'all have told me. But anyways, we're going to go in with eyes and then we'll come back to foundation. So this eyeshadow palette is nothing new. It's the Naked Reloaded, but I did pick it up during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty because I had wanted it. It's a neutral palette. I didn't want to pay full price for it, so I figured if it ever went on sale, then I would opt to pick it up. So I'm going to prime real quick. I don't have a new eye primer, so I'm just going to go in with P. Louise right quick and just slap some of this on my lids. I go in with a very little amount. A little goes a very long way with this primer. Okay, so I've taken some on my brush and I'm just gonna see how that's a lot. So we're gonna, before I use it all on that eye, we'll put some over here. Like random little glue spots. Does that happen to y'all when you wash your face? You can't get it fully off and then you go to sleep and you wake up with these random little glue spots. Oh well, it's a small price to pay for pretty lashes. Okay. All right, so we are primed and ready. I don't know what I'm gonna even start off with. Having one of those moments where feeling a little uncreative. So, obviously, super, super neutral. You've seen this so much before. Again, it's nothing new. But I don't know what I want to do. So much pressure when you're on the spot like that. Okay, well I do know that I love this retro shade. So we're going to end up putting that in the crease to peek up over the little transition shade. So what I'm going to do is, there's like not a lot of matte in here at all. But I do love this Boundaries shade right here. And it is not a matte. It looks kind of like a satiny type shade. But that's what's going in the crease or in the transition, whatever you call it. So I'm just gonna like literally place it like this. That's a really nice shade. That is a really nice shade. Now I picked up a lot of product, but it's still pretty pigmented and is laying down super nicely. So I'm also gonna take it over here, like on the outer portion. Just, it's gonna be the color to peek through back here. I don't know. I see these things on YouTube and I'm like, I'm trying that next time. And this is exactly what I'm doing. This is next time. Because I'm just trying it out. So, I feel like, are any of y'all like me in which, like, you find these tips on YouTube and you're like, oh, I should do that. And then you don't write them down and then you forget about them. That happens to me so often, and I need to start writing these things down so that I can remember, like, okay, I need to loop this back around over here. I guarantee you, in a week I won't even remember that I did this. So I'm just gonna take a, this is not my favorite brush, but it'll do. So I'm just gonna blend that out, and then I'm gonna place that peachy shade over top just to kind of peek through, to make it look like it was my first shade, you know? Make it look like I did the work when I really didn't. Okay, now I'm gonna take that peachy shade right here, just a semi-clean brush. And then I'm just going to peek that over and hope it doesn't muddy everything up. It's a very pretty shade. I love peachy shades. They're so fresh looking. Makes me want a mango or something. Something good, refreshing. These are like laying down really, really nicely. I remember back in the day, the old school Urban Decay shadow formula, because I have been with Urban Decay from the beginning, literally since all they had was like token eyeshadows, and an eyeshadow palette was maybe once a year, maybe. This was prior to the Naked days and all of that. My first Urban Decay token shadow was Vapor. Anyways, their shadows have come a long way. I prefer them so much more now than I did then. But then again, back then you didn't really have much to compare to. That was so easy. That laid down really nicely. If you don't own this palette and you've kind of been on the fence, so far I'm really, really liking it. So that being said, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna lay down a little bit of, hold on a second. I feel like I want a darker shade towards the back of the lid. So I'm gonna take this little dense brush, which seems kind of weird to do, but I'm gonna take that one and I'm gonna take Endgame. It kind of makes me want to watch Avengers. I'm just gonna lay this over here, and then I'll come back and kind of blend it out, I guess. Here we go. Easy peasy. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna take a regular brush and I'm just gonna kind of diffuse that a little bit. I'm not gonna cut my crease today like with concealer or something, but I am about to put down some Fenty Pro Filter eye primer, because I find that one to really make my eyeshadows pop, and it's almost like it kind of cuts the crease too, just in a little bit less of an effort way. So the Fenty Pro Filter, and I don't want to go in with too much, but I usually go directly with the wand. I mean, yes, it does get pigment on my little wand that I have to clean off, but you probably go and put some of this on the back of your hand and then just grab a brush and put it on. But anyways, put it on where I am planning to put the shadow. So I've got that on my lids, and now what do I want to go in with? I feel like I'm going to go in with something that's like so, what am I going to call it? Like a given, so predictable, because I really want to do this, go in with this Reputation shade. But I think I'm going to go in with this shade called Burn, because it would be predictable of me to go in with the Reputation shade. It is what I think to be like a super standout shade. Anyways, so Burn is like a, how can I describe it? A matte metallic, you know? I don't know if that makes sense. It's kind of an oxymoron, but this looks exactly like a penny. This is exactly what a penny would look like. I feel like I went blurry there, so I'm sorry. Let's try. Wow, okay. Man, this with a little bit of like a sprinkling of like Artist Couture glitter over top. Oh my gosh. I'm not gonna do that because I didn't buy that in this haul, but oh gosh, it would look so, so nice. And then I'm just gonna kind of sweep back and forth to blend those two. Probably go back and add some back there. I feel like I lost a little bit when I blended that out. I feel like I want another little pick-me-up there. Gosh, you know, I have to have the sparkle, you know? But I do need to add a little bit more of that deeper brown back here because it's gotten a little faded. I feel like I lost what I wanted to peek out back here. I feel like I lost that. Okay, well, it is what it is. Like I said, I don't in any way, shape, or form claim to be an expert. think I kind of want to go in with this Angel Fire shade a little bit over top of, but where? That's the question. Find my little brush. Maybe I'll just use this one. The dense little brush I use for my under eye, but I'm going to go in with a little bit of this Angel Fire shade. And I think I'm going to try putting it right here. Okay, this brush. Let's go in with another little detail brush. And let's try this. Okay. I don't feel like it did much, did it? Let's wet the brush. How about that? I may have soaked the brush a little bit more than I wanted. Okay, let's add a little bit more. Oh, that looks promising. Oh, yes. Yeah. Now, this one looks like it's so much better with a wet brush. I feel like it looks better on this eye than it does on this eye, and I'm not understanding why. Maybe it's because I saturated my brush with the other one. That's alright. Okay, let's move on. I guess I'll put a little bit of Bribe, which is, ooh, yeah. No, let's put a little bit of this Barely Baked into the inner corner. Which side did I use of this brush? Oh well, who cares? Let's see. That's pretty. Oh, darn it, I went in with the wrong shade. I don't know what's happening right now. Losing my focus, y'all. There we go. That's pretty. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do the under eyes now. Because if I don't, then sometimes I put on my foundation and completely forget to come back and do my under eyes. So I'm just gonna take any kind of little brush, and I don't know what I wanna do on the other under eyes. I really think I wanna go in with this little retro shade, and then we'll figure it out from there. Such a pretty, there we go. I don't know why it's doing that. Such a pretty shade of peach though. I can already tell you it's probably, ooh, one of my favorites in the palette. Contact lenses and under eyes sometimes don't go hand in hand. And then the outer portion, I think I'm gonna go back to this Boundaries shade, which is the one I had initially used and was trying to bring over here. Apparently that didn't work. It's so pretty. I really like that shade. It's like the perfect warm tone without being too much. I think I love it. Okay. I feel like I still want some of that to peek out, so I'm going to go back with that same shade that I just used on my lower lash line. I'm going to hope I don't just jack all of this up. There we go. There, that's what I was looking for, except now why does it look all weird over here? Okay, what else? I do like that though. Kind of makes it all look a little bit more continuous. That's so much better. Okay. Let me go off camera. I don't have any kind of new mascara or lashes, so I'm gonna go off camera, do that, and then I'll be right back and we will play around with some new products for the face. We're back. Okay, so sorry about that. The brushes I need to clean. I've been doing really good about spot cleaning my brushes using this It Cosmetics brush bath, and it's really been working for me. Okay, so let's move on to the face. So we're gonna try out this Laneige Glowy Makeup Serum. Now, as mentioned in my haul, I have tried this once, but as with anything, like especially with skincare, once is never enough to know if something's really working for you. So first off, the packaging is everything. It is the prettiest shade of pink which is one of the reasons that I was drawn in, aside from the fact that I love the Laneige Glowy Lip Balm. So it does come like in a dropper, and I don't know if you're going to be able to see, but there's like these little pink flecks in there. Hope you can see. Yep, there we go. So it's got these pink flecks, and it's really, really pretty. So I'm just gonna, I go in very generously with these types of things because this is what happened last time too. Hold on. Like the dropper doesn't get a whole lot, and you know what? I had read a review of someone who had said their bottle was like really empty. Let's shake it up. I don't know. Yeah, see, the dropper doesn't get a whole lot in there. It's got like, there we go, air bubbles or something. It really does make you question how much is really in there. I go in with a lot. I don't know. I feel like you have to be really generous with this stuff if you want like the result that you're looking for, which if you're getting this product is because you want dewy, glowy skin. So the last time I think my issue was I didn't go in with enough, and I had to remind myself, you know, I need to go in with like more than just trying to conserve and, you know, go in with a little bit at a time. So this seems to have done so much better than the last time, because now I'm really seeing, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see, but my skin looks really nice right now. Like, feels like I've got, again, I don't think it's coming across on camera, but see if I zoom you in, if you can see like the gel-like consistency to my skin. I don't know if you can or not. It's a little bright in here. Anyways, so yeah, my face is looking, it's looking like I put water on it and didn't like wipe it off or something. So I like that. I like that way better than the last time. The only thing is it's very thick, so it's harder to see how much is in there. But anyways, it does come, supposedly, comes with 1 ounce. Okay, let's move on to foundation, y'all. I'm excited for this. This is the Born This Way, the Too Faced Born This Way. Again, some of these things, nothing new to me because I had been holding off on picking them up, and I am so glad I did. Okay, hold on. I gotta find a brush. Hang tight. So what I'm gonna do is the same thing as I do with my Urban Decay Stay Naked powder foundation. I'm gonna go in with my brush first. Apply it all, and in places where like I really need a little extra coverage or it's not like covering as much, I will go in with the little poof. It's a pink poof. It's so cute. Anyways, so really, really liking this so far. The packaging, we'll find out about the product. So just gonna do what I do and pick up, like, I'll pick up a good amount, but I don't really dig. I pat so that it picks up the product, and then, let's see. Gonna use my mirror. Okay. Now, I gotta tell you, I love, here's the thing, I love the Urban Decay Stay Naked powder foundation, so I feel like that's gonna give this one like some really big shoes to fill. However, I am a huge fan of the Born This Way lineup, so then again, I have high expectations because of that, so we'll see. So far, it's going on really, really smoothly, and I have to say that this glowy makeup serum is really coming through. Like, my face, even putting the powder on, is looking very, very glowy, and I'm liking it so much more than the first time I used it. Again, sometimes it really takes going in with a really decent amount of product, not skimping. If you end up needing more, you buy more, you know? Wow. I'm liking this so much. So now I'm gonna go in and grab some on the puffy. And right here, like where I have, you can really see my veins, I'm gonna try to add a little bit more. My veins are super hard to cover up. I've got these blue veins, I don't know if you can see. And the crazy thing is when my head hurts, which from time to time I get migraines, but more often than that I get headaches, these little veins will start pulsing so much. Like if I put my finger up against my temple, like I can feel them going hard. So if you have that same issue, then I sympathize because I know what that feels like. I'm gonna go in a little bit on my nose. And then we're gonna see how powder holds up. Now, very impressed. Okay, I like that. You know, I didn't used to be as much of a powder foundation kind of girl. I had gotten away from it for so long. And ever since that Urban Decay Stay Naked, I have been very much liking powder foundation because it's quick and easy. Like if you're trying to get out the door but you still want to look nice, it makes you look pretty flawless too. I'm just going to use my foundation brush for my concealer. It's this little paddle brush that I featured a couple hauls back. It's like a paw. Okay, so let's see how this sets on top. Now I'm using by the way, the Fenty concealer. When I first bought that concealer, it's so funny because it was probably one of my least favorites, and it's one of my very favorites at this point. It covers enough, but the coverage is very pretty. It's not cakey, it's very smooth, and it just sits well. And so I have gotten to where I really enjoy using it. I reach for it quite often. Okay, so I'm just gonna grab any bronzer, one I can reach for and don't have to go to my IKEA drawers for. And I'm just gonna take one of the bronzers out of here. Nothing major, nothing new, nothing. Okay. This diffuser brush by Sephora, the Pro Diffuser 64, amazing for bronzer. I can't even tell you. I feel like I'm never gonna wanna go back to another bronzer brush ever again. It makes it a little harder to go overboard. This brush does. So nice. This bronzer setting really, now granted, NARS bronzers, this is like a baked, kind of stiff in the pan one. And so, I mean, I feel like sheen bronzers or bronzers with a sheen to me set really nicely. But this is setting really nicely on top of this powder, and that glowy balm is still showing through. I don't have a new blush either, so let's just go in with, let's keep it consistent, going with a NARS blush. Let's see. Which one do we want to use? I go in with this like peachy nude. I think this one will give me just the right amount of color. Oh my gosh, y'all. I'm looking so flawless. I feel so vain right now to tell you that I feel like I look so good. Okay, so moving on. Got a couple things left. There's a couple things I'm not going to try in this video. The Milk Makeup Melatonin Lip Mask. I'm also not going to try the Opulest glosses by Pat McGrath. I know I love those. But we are going to use the Nabla Skin Glazing. I have used this a couple of times, and I'm going to tell you guys. I think this is my new favorite highlight of life. Now this one is in the shade Amnesia, but I am going to loop back around for the Ozone shade eventually. So first off, let me spray my face down. Okay, gonna go into the Nabla. I love even the packaging. You like typically clear packaging like that looks and feels kind of cheap. I like it on this one. It's like a pretty pink shade. And just wait until you see the magic. You can see the mirror of this highlight. Isn't that great? It's perfect. I love it. And then last but certainly not least, we're going to go in with this Becca Ultimate Lipstick Love in Sugar. I have used this once. This is a very luxe component. Darn, I forgot to go in with lip liner. Oh well. I like it. Very emollient though. Very, very emollient. I did find the first time that it lasted a decent amount of time on my lips, but anyways, do love the shade. I love the whole makeup look, you guys. This is it. All right, my friends, thank you so much for sticking it out, for kind of just chit-chatting makeup with me. I hope you enjoyed. Hope you found some of it just fun and entertaining, maybe even some of it helpful if some of these products have been either on your wish list or are now on your radar. So real quick, let me just give you a quick recap / summary of how these things work for me or what my thoughts are. The Urban Decay Brow Blade, love. Upon first impression, this thing might be my brand new like #1 brow product, to the point where I already feel like if I were to run out of this 2 days from now, I'd go repurchase another one. So good. My brows look really, really nice. They don't look, I typically use a pomade, and a pomade can end up making your brows look, let's face it, fake. They look nice, but they don't look as natural. And this is very different. They look full, they look rich, but they also kind of look a little natural. I really, really love this. Let's go into the, oh my goodness, the Laneige Glowy Makeup Serum. The first time I had used this, which was the only time prior to this video that I had used it, I wasn't sure how I felt. And I think it's because I went in with too little of product. I went in and I was just like, I don't see the difference. Today, I went in with plenty of product, and I can't even tell you how much this glowy finish came through. If you hear something, my husband's singing outside. Anyways, this thing is so glowy, makes your skin look so radiant. I love it. The only thing is the texture is a little bit thicker, so it's hard to get some in your dropper. And so it does kind of make you wonder how much is really in there. But anyways, love this thing. I think this was one of the 2 stars of the show for me. Let's see, as far as the eyeshadow palette, I really, really like it, and I see myself using it more to come. It's not anything super, like, if I had to pick it out in a lineup of 10 palettes, I may not. It's a neutral palette. It's very pretty. I didn't find it stunning, so I really do like it. I enjoy it. I love this eye look. And again, I do see myself using it quite a bit to come. But it's just that. It's what I expected from a neutral palette. However, it is the Urban Decay formula that I am very much enjoying these days, and I like that. I'm glad I was able to pick it up at 22 bucks. The foundation is great. If I were to compare it to the Urban Decay, honestly, I'm not sure which one I'd pick. I really do love the Urban Decay one though. That one is, I don't know, that one's kind of in a class by itself. Maybe it's because it's the first one I used in going back to a powder foundation, but this is very, very good. My skin looks pretty flawless right now, and I definitely am gonna keep using this. I love the Too Faced Born This Way lineup. Pretty much anything they come out with from the Born This Way lineup is right up my alley. I love it and will definitely get more use out of it. Oh my gosh, you guys, the other star of the show for me, this Nabla highlight, my skin, like, it does give you that glass effect, which a lot of highlighters claim to do, but don't really do. It doesn't sit on top of your skin. It blends like, or it just melts like butter into the skin and looks absolutely stunning. This is definitely on my top 3 highlighters of all time, and I will be getting the Ozone down the road. This is Amnesia, and I love it. As far as the lipstick, I very much love it. I like the color. Let me not say love it. I like it. I like the color. I do like the formula. It's comfortable. I didn't put a lip liner on when we were getting ready together. I did after I shut the camera off because it started to kind of, you know, when you put lipstick on, it kind of shrinks down and your outline is kind of like pinkier than the rest, and it looks like you're like you've had it on for a long time. I don't know how else to describe it. I did go in with a KKW lip liner just because I like this a whole lot better with a lip liner. So definitely like it. I will use it. I would not buy the deeper shades like at TJ Maxx just because I can see that becoming a total catastrophe, like bleeding out of my lip lines. But that is what we've got going on, what I thought of those products. Overall, a true success when it comes to a haul and products, because there's nothing like loving pretty much most or all of what you picked up, because it gives you that makeup excitement to like look forward to even more new releases and things like that. Well, at least that's me. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this Get Ready with me today. All right, my friends, thank you so much for joining. Today, I just want to give you a very quick first of the day in an effort to motivate you, encourage you. I know it's hard times. They will pass. I think we're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, and that gives me some glimmer of hope. So today's comes from Hebrews 11:1. I may have already given this verse in the past, but I love this one. It says, faith is being sure of what we hope for and certain of what we do not see. What's faith if like you can see it or it's proven to you? No, faith is really hoping for those things that you can't see, those things that are just not like right there. You can't touch them, you can't feel them. Anyways, guys, have faith. We're almost through this thing. If you're having a hard time, if you need prayer, if you just want someone to talk to, please reach out. I would be more than happy, more than honored to be able to just talk with you and pray for you if you are needing prayer. All right, guys, I will see you in the next video. Thanks for hanging out with me. Bye.